Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another episode of Flashlight Basics. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. So there's a new trend in flashlights, and it is in-light charging, which we think is probably a good idea. I mean, it works with your phone, it works with your laptop. Why not have a flashlight where you can just plug the flashlight in and recharge it? And I personally have a couple problems with that. It's obviously up for you guys to decide, but in terms of basics, I just want to let you know that for some reason, a lot of flashlights from a lot of different manufacturers that have in-light charging have issues. There are software issues, there are electronics issues, but if you search the forums or just on the internet, you're going to find people with built-in charging that just have problems with their flashlights. And that's sort of a natural thing because everything that is manufactured will eventually have a problem. It is apparently very difficult to produce a circuit board or software that is going to be totally reliable. Yeah, okay, Apple can do it, but they have a certain amount of resources. Basically, all flashlight companies are small, so I don't know if that's a production thing or a QC thing. I just know that they have quality problems. Really, for me, a flashlight is a tool, and for a tool, you want it to be as reliable as possible. Now, when you are adding additional complexity to any system, it doesn't matter what it is, you are introducing more points of failure, more things that can go wrong. So for me, having in-light charging is just overcomplicating a flashlight in an unnecessary way. Now, the second problem I have with in-light charging is that a lot of these lights take proprietary batteries, and it's not the battery itself that is proprietary, but you have to add extra circuit boards that can give you, for example, a positive and negative contact on one end of the battery, or even sometimes on both ends of the battery. These circuit boards can also have problems, so now you have the complexity of adding the charging features to the light, you have the complexity of adding the charging features to the battery. I don't like proprietary batteries, because that means you can't find them somewhere else, and batteries eventually, get used up. They go bad, they're only good for a certain number of cycles, and again, you've experienced this with a laptop that you've had for several years. The battery capacity goes way down. That is perfectly normal. That's how batteries work. If you have a flashlight, I want to be able to just buy a battery that I can put into it. If it's a proprietary battery, you can't do that, especially if that light ends up getting discontinued. They just aren't going to exist, and then your flashlight is useless. That doesn't make much sense to me, because a flashlight should last a long time. Certainly well beyond the life of a battery. So if you have this great light that's still working 10 years later, except for the battery, all of a sudden you don't have a light, which again, doesn't make sense. Okay, so the other thing that I don't like about in-light charging, and this is partly related to the proprietary battery thing, is that when the light is dead, you have to plug it in and charge it and wait until you can use it again. I find most of the time when I realize I need to replace the battery, I need to replace it right now. I don't want to wait an hour or 2 hours or overnight for this battery to charge. Where that ties into the proprietary battery thing, which I'm getting tired of saying those two words. A lot of these batteries cannot be charged in a normal charger because they have contacts on both ends. So the only way to charge the battery is while it's in the flashlight. Okay, so you're a sensible person, maybe you have a spare battery, and you could swap in your spare proprietary battery. But I still think that's an issue because you don't have any other way to charge that battery. And again, that just does not make sense to me. So overall, I do not like lights with in-light charging. I would not buy one with in-light charging because you're introducing unnecessary complexity. You're also limited when the battery runs out. You're limited in buying new batteries, and you're also limited in how you're going to charge those batteries. So that is 4 big negatives, and for me, that doesn't make sense. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys next time. If you have any questions or comments, leave them. I would love to hear back from you guys. Again, these are sort of basic videos, so I'm not going into a lot of detail, but if you have some comments and you would like more detail on a certain topic, let me know. All right, talk to you guys next time.